We cater to you. Let me cater to you. Let me cater to I wanna let you know, girl, that you know that I am what you do. So let me reassure you, my love will be purpose without you. If I want it, I'm gonna ask you. I am to be better, so challenge me for the better. What do you let me cater to you?
Hello, everyone, and thank you for coming back to the channel. And tonight, we're going to be discussing the Real Housewives of Potomac. We're going to do the first one, which was episode 1, season 7, Spring Awakening. And then we're just going to go busybody on into Allegations Nation. And that was season 7, episode 2 of the Real Housewives of Potomac. And definitely do this. Like and share. Like and share. Then I want you to like, share, and subscribe. Okay? But we get into that first episode with Giselle trying to tell Ashley business to Karen and whoever else that would listen to her. I don't like, see, Giselle, you don't like people telling your business, but you always like to go telling other people's business. And then have an attitude when they come and confront you about it. I'm like, it never changes with Giselle. She just always want to be Karen Huger. She wants to be the queen, what do you call it, the grand dame. And instead of letting just Karen do it, she held on to it ever since the first season of Real Housewives of Potomac. And then you were like her sidekick. But Giselle, you're just doing too much. Too much. Then we had Ashley said you have to okay, they were talking with Ashley at the little spring awakening thing, a little brunch she had at a taco place, a Mexican restaurant, and it rained that day, and so it kind of like daughters, or how she's raising her daughter, or how she going back with her ex, Jamal Bryant. You know, she on everybody's ass. Don't ask me that. Don't talk about him. They don't talk about me the same breath. You know that type of scenario. Uh, but it was crazy. Oh, let me see. It's not working out. Hopefully, y'all are still hearing me. Hello, y'all are. Take anything. I'm hoping it's still running. Okay. Well, anyway, to get back to the subject at hand, Giselle is telling Karen and the other women that be around the table that she could talk to about it. She's sitting there just saying, just telling really all Ashley business. Ashley confided in her, and they pretty much just like got Ashley by the horns and saying, "Okay, what are you talking about? You divorcing? Are you divorcing, Michael, or what's going on?" And she's saying, "Well, you have to separate first." So in their state, I guess Arlington, D.C., or wherever she's at, um, they're saying you have to be separated for 1 year, and then you could file the motion to get divorced. So she's doing, that, and they're still questioning her. She's talking about she's going to um, get a house, and they say, okay, well, okay, what are you doing? How you doing it? Is he giving you money? This, that, and third. And then she tell the people she's gonna buy under Michael's LLC, and both of their names gonna be on it, and they're gonna live together in the new home. And Karen and Giselle looked at each other like, what? That just don't make no hell of a sense, okay? It just don't make sense. What are you talking about? Are y'all getting divorced or y'all not getting divorced? Are y'all separating? Or what's the tea, sister? What's the tea? Because what you're saying, it just don't make sense. So they pretty much drag her out a lot, and she's trying to not feel so vulnerable and angry that Giselle went for her like that. But it's just then we got Robin. She comes by. She started telling someone about
well, really, Robin is, and who is she meeting with? I think it's Giselle. Yeah, I think it is Giselle. They're meeting at some type of, what do you call it? A luncheon spot or whatnot, for lack of a better word. And she goes in to tell her about, why were you telling my business? Were you trying to compare me to what Ashley was going through? And of course, she had to say she was sorry. But, she's the little paparazzi around there. She wanted to report everybody's tea. But when her tea needs to be poured, she had like, they don't have no more tea to pour in the cup. Okay? Like, we ain't doing me today. So basically, Robin's telling her, um, she's basically was feeling the same way that Ashley was, going about it the same way. And she had to do a prenup and all this and the third. And, of course, Juan and her got divorced and they got back together, living together. And it's just been a living situation. And now she's gotten more established with the finances. And now she made more money than him. And she want him to sign a prenup. I'm like, baby. But she said she signed a prenup. So I'm like, okay, that ain't too far fetched. If he made you do it, and I guess if you're making more money than him, you should, make him sign a prenup as well. And just say pretty much agree. Let me see. Candace is visiting the doctor. Okay, Candace and her husband. I think his name is Mike. No, Chris. I think it is. Candace and Chris. But I call him Cece. Yeah. So he don't look like he too happy. Like he really don't want to have a baby. All is just going too fast for him, and they doing this IVF treatment. He's freezing her eggs, and he just don't like none of it right now. Cause at first he was on board with it, but then he ain't on board with it because he's trying to build up his reputation on being a chef. And she's telling him what he ain't doing and what he need to be doing. And she giving him a third degree. I would have ran out on her. I was just like, oh, I forgot something in the car. And I would have left about 15, 20 minutes and came back because she was just getting on his ass like big time. I feel sorry for myself. Talking about, we're gonna take this serious. You're gonna have to be available this day and all. I'm like, girl, you don't even know IVF treatment is gonna fit for your body type. Slow it up. But she's just like gun ho. And then Candace was talking about her performance, and she got a chance to open up for Mary J. Blige and SWD, and that was a good thing, and it gave her more exposure. She's telling, she was telling Katie, I don't know who she was telling she was going to the Grammys, and she was gonna have a good time, and I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure what is going on with that situation, but again, it just is what it is. But her and Chris are having a bad time with the IVF thing. He don't really want to talk about it, like I said, so they pretty much get off of it. But she's still angry at him. That was it. Okay, then we have Charisse and Robin meet for lunch. Okay, that's what it was. Robin was telling. No, she told Giselle. But anyway, they're saying something about Charisse was coming back into the fold, and she had got some work done and she's feeling good about herself, and she just want to get back out there. And see how Sharice done had an increase in her boobie area. She got big boobs now. And then let me see. I think Robin was asking her something about, you know, I guess what do you call it, getting a divorce, and did she have a prenup and stuff like that nature. It wasn't Giselle. It was Sharice she was talking to. And of course we know Sharice had an ironclad what do you call it? She had an ironclad prenup, or her husband, her past husband did. And she's kinda in the same boat that every woman is in when you're getting married. And well, I wouldn't say everybody. I'll say some people, because some people be out there working too. for the ones who stayed at home, being a homebody, taking care of kids, making sure the house was in order for the husband to come in and just do nothing but eat and sleep and forward, pretty much. So, her husband got tired of her. He ended up divorcing her, or they both were divorcing each other. They didn't want to be bothered. But seemed like Sharice got the end of the stick badly, but she progressed. She moved on and did well. She's looking good, and she's back on the show. So I would think that she's doing well in her life. Then we got Robin. Um, Sharice asking her, when you getting married, when the nuptials. Robin just act like she got no plan, she got no date for the wedding. I'm like, okay, Robin just is using this story line just to keep her, good with Bravo. Because her and one had been living together forever, it seems like. After they got divorced, they had to stay in the same house. Everybody looked at her like crazy and whatnot, but she seemed to have gotten the house by herself, didn't even really need his help. So she's like, am I wrong asking for a prenup? I'm like, I think we already covered that. Then we got Maya. Maya said she has moved into the same area that Karen Huger is renting a house out of, and her and Gordon, meaning Maya's husband, they're still trying to decorate, and uh, they're saying that the house is $10,000 a month, and I'm like, $1,000 a month, and you ain't owning it, you just renting it out. Maybe it's a rent to buy option she got going on, because other than that, she's still be paying no money like that. Because she just put out on social media that her family member on Gordon's side had railroaded them, and they out for the count. They ain't got no money. So I don't know where she coming with this stuff. Then Maya confides in her husband. They're talking about the lump she found up in her breast and the many appointments she's gonna have to go through, biopsy, the not knowing, time, and I just all that kind of stuff. What they go through cancer, and she was telling her mom, when she talked to her husband first about it, then she was talking to her mom about it, and her mom is basically don't want to really believe in it. Shaki, she's gonna pray it away. She's gonna put a real good prayer on it, and let the Lord do what we need to do. But she didn't seem nervous or anything. I guess cancer has gotten to a point where it's just the normal thing in a sense. Like children are getting it, grown folks in the 30s, 20s, and 30s is getting it. It's not waiting until you get old and see like you're 60, 70, 80 years old, and then come up and try to wreak havoc on your life. But I don't know. It's just like it's the norm. This one, I'm thinking of it because it's been forever, and it seems like it's coming from nutrition. Uh, that's what I feel, and I know when you're born hereditary, that can play a big part into as well to a greater extent. But I don't know how we can go to the moon and we can do all this exploration on the moon and stuff of that nature, but we can't cook camp. Okay. I just have to say that so it can make people think about this and try to understand what type of world we live in. But then again, that would ruin a lot of doctors' professions. They wouldn't be making no money. The pharmacy wouldn't be making no money. So, but we'll be healthy individuals running around here. But it'll be a lot of professions that would take a great hit. All right. If we pulled the plug and found cancer cures and what is it, dementia, um, found a cure for dementia and Alzheimer's, and all those things that are wracking havoc in some parts of each family member's house or, family. See, Maya said she, okay, Maya, was telling her mom about the lumps and stuff and what they're going to be doing to make sure they stay on top of this cancer issue or, suspect cancer issue. Then we got, let me see, Ray comes over and sees Karen. He comes down to celebrate Maya's new place. Got Karen and Ray over there, and they're making it do what it do. And they're excited and they're talking and, whatever. And we got Maya. she's telling them, well, I think her sister was there at the little shindig she was throwing at our house, or her rented house. And her sister was like, she can do a real good monkey call. And I was like, I was really thinking to myself, monkey call, where did we get that from? And then I started thinking when she said, ooh, 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 you know, doing the all that kind of stuff. I thought, well, we need to put her on. That's amazing, or something. What do you call it? Most funniest videos. We need to get her on a show because she sure did that reenacting of a monkey real good. And so she started laughing. Everybody started laughing. We're like, damn, okay, we forgot about the cancel story we were being told. We went right on into laughter. But anyway, we got Wendy meets with Peter Thomas. Y'all know Peter Thomas, Cynthia Bailey's ex, okay? Yeah. I don't know why she want to do business with him. I mean, you don't know his track record. You ain't seen his track record, Wendy. But anyway, Wendy got a whole lot of stuff going on, and she's just trying to keep herself busy. What I do not know. But she's telling Peter that she wants to do business with have a little lounge. And then she went so far to say she wants the lounge for children. And Peter got to thinking to himself, and I know I was way ahead of him. I'm like, children lounge, bar, drinks. Oh no. That just doesn't mix, baby. That don't mix. I'm like, your brain was kind of half baked before you brought that out of your mouth, wasn't it? But anyway, Peter had told her, you can't do that. That's not even gonna be a thing. So he going to jail, and ain't no kids gonna be coming up there drinking. So she's mixing stuff like a story time. Like, damn, you want to build a library? Is that where we going? So how did you get on the lounge and the drinks and partying and all of that? And then gonna throw kids in the mix. It seems like you want to build a library, baby. But anyway, Peter Thomas, I guess he got money now. I don't know. But he was saying he'll own it and he'll give her 20% and it'll be an 80-20 split. He just going through the financials of when she'll get her money back. Meaning like it'll be 2 or 3 years before you can see a return. But it will be a very nice return. But she can't say it to a certain degree that she's ready to go and get that done because her husband is the one that will be writing checks. And he just told her to go and put that thing on him, tonight and he'll be saying yes to anything you want. Use the money for that's in y'all account. And I was like, no, you can get him some good booty and all that and all that other stuff they do and sexual trysts. And he'll still come back and say, we put no money in that. Are you crazy? But she even told Peter that her husband felt that she's doing too much and she's not doing a lot, meaning being at home with the fam. She's doing everything but the right thing. So I was like, I hear you, but her husband ain't get it. And like I said, he don't like it. He don't want her to do no more unless he's gonna be spending more time with him and the family. Then he may, say, okay, I see where you're going with this. Yeah, I think we can do that. Approve or deny. However, he wants her at home. So Ashley goes over to see her mom and her brother and just want to talk about things. And she's trying to tell them, me and Michael are separating. And then it's supposed to head towards a divorce, but we're going to buy a house together. I was like, don't you dare say that. And the looks on their faces was just priceless. If we could just have frozen her brother's face when she said that, they think about divorce and, we might be going down that road. And they were giving her sympathy and empathy and all that kind of stuff. And then when she sat there and said she gonna buy something with him as a home, he said, you ain't serious. You ain't serious. You need to get it together. Her brother getting on her ass. He like, you need to get your own lawyer. And y'all need to review what y'all think y'all need from this gentleman who still want to do what he want to do and play you to the left, but then he wants to still live with you. You agreeing to that? And of course, Ashley was like, well, I don't have any money. He makes the money. I was like, girl, when did that ever stop somebody from suing somebody to get something where they feel they want to stay in the lap of luxury that they were accustomed to? Have you not been listening? The other celebrities going through what it means to go through a divorce. Come on, Ashley, you smarter than that. At least I pay you to be smarter than that. You may not be. But then we got, I noticed something. It was what's his name? Ashley Dobbs. She had about her two kids or whatever. And one is looking like he's about maybe 3 or 4. And he got the little small baby on the floor. Looking like he wanted to choke the baby. He want like he want to get all over the bed. I'm like, is anybody looking at this? I know that damn floor dirty. Ain't nobody walking around with these socks. They walking around with these shoes. So why is that baby, the small, why is the toddler on top of the small baby? Like he protecting the baby or something. I'm like, And the cameraman got that. Like, oh, defects gonna be coming up on our doorstep sooner rather than later. But anyway, we leave that situation. Um, I mean, actually, just stupid. She's stupid because she's saying they're gonna buy the house through their LLC, and it's just a hot mess, just a total hot mess. But like I said, her brother was trying to get her together, and saying, come out your fantasy world, come out that bubble you're living in, and get with the real, honey. Get your own lawyer, okay? Like I said, Ashley love playing that dumb role, so she may be stuck in dumb land for a while. Okay, then we got Karen's little event going on. This is kickoff to the spring and life and going forward. And like I said, they at the taco. I want to say Taco Bell, but it's some kind of Mexican restaurant. And she's just trying to give her little speech with everybody. And you got Karen in attendance. I mean, well, Karen is the person that's giving the speech. You got what's her name? Wendy there. You got Katie that show up out the blue from I don't know where she's been at, and you got Zell is there. Cherise shows up. She pretty much tells Karen that she wants to be friends with her again. She wants to kindle their friendship, and Karen looking at her like she crazy. Like, have you been drinking, baby? It just is what it is, okay? But Karen's okay. We can get that going. We can get that going. Let me see. And then Karen actually bumps in or comes in the midst where Karen and Giselle are talking about Ashley and her comings and goings on being divorced, being married, being separated. They all damn confused. And when I finished looking at the episode, I was pretty much confused myself too, and calling Ashley a dumbass. But Karen, she goes straight for it. So, me and Giselle been over here and talking about you because we kind of worried about you, baby. You're saying you're getting a divorce, but yet you're saying you have to be separated for a year, but yet you buying a house with this man that you're supposed to be separating and divorcing, fairly soon in that order. And she's like, well, I ain't say nothing when Giselle was trying to go back and get her ex, and um, Giselle was like, baby, that's been 15 years ago. You know what I'm saying? That's 15 years ago. You're fresh and in the press, baby. And I'm like, that was a dumbass move. A dumbass move, actually. Once again, you got your neck chopped off. But, the women was doing what Giselle had said, I just want you to do well. I want you to be well. Because we like you, Kate. I'm like, oh, Giselle, sit yourself down. Please sit yourself down. Um, then we got Karen and Ray. She goes over, Katie comes up into the spot, and Katie's just rubbing his head, and he's very surprised to see her. And then she starts squeezing on his butt, and then Karen came from nowhere. I didn't know where she came from. She was there like she captured a friendly ghost on their behind. And she was telling Ashley, are you messing with my husband, girl? Not Ashley, I'm sorry, Karen. And no, I'm sorry, not Karen, Katie. Uh, and she said, yes, we were just getting reacquainted and stuff. She said, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay, and then we got Chris and Candace. They come on in to the event, and uh, Eddie shows up, and they're having a little wonderful little chit chat here and there. But Candace is telling the women that she's going to the Grammys. I think it's in Las Vegas. Um, where it was being held. I'm not sure. And she's dressed for the nines. But I'm like, girl, you need to head on out then. You don't need to be because it's raining out there. And I don't know. It's just basically she just wanted to let us know she was going to the Grammys, and she would. I guess she was being nominated or something, but she didn't win. She didn't win. Um, then we got Candace's friend comes along to celebrate. Um, but she's kind of seemed like she out of place. Kind of seemed like she out of place, but that's what friends of the show do. They look out of place. Then we got Giselle. Won't hug Wendy. Evidently, her and Wendy was into a little tip tap, and she went over there trying to, give hugs, kisses, and blessings. And she was like, "No, no, 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 no. You've been trashing me for almost a year. You think I'm supposed to jump in your arms and squeeze you all tight and just we're kumbaya type of moment going on?" She said, give me 6 feet. And she said, then be gone because I don't believe anything you're trying to say. And then Wendy was like, okay, I'll try to give you an olive branch, but all right, bye. Then we got Gordon and Mia. They show up, and Giselle and Karen sort of get into it a little bit um, about what I have no idea. But it was just something like this she had put on social media, and she didn't too much care for that. And but pretty much Giselle had told Maya, I don't know, you look good. Is this cancer or is this not cancer? I like that. Giselle, you need your ass whooped for that. You don't be picking at people and their medical conditions now. You just don't do that. Whether you feel it's right or wrong, or whether you feel it's the truth or not. And Karen got in the ass. Like Karen, Maya got in the ass. She showed me. She got in and then I don't know where this girl come from called Jacqueline. She's supposed to be Maya's friend. And I'm like, oh my goodness. They always have a newbie trying to come in and make themselves known. They want to claim their presence. But yeah, they're not a part of the show. You're a friend of the show, man. You sit there, you look good, and you don't say anything unless somebody comes to introduce you to that fact. But it's just crazy. It was just crazy mom. Crazy, crazy mom. Then Robin, she comes in and she greets the ladies and Maya tells Giselle to fuck off. And then, of course, uh Robin like, what? What happened? So they trying to catch Robin up. We move on into the allegations. Which is episode 2 of season 7. And we're picking back off where we were. What's her name? Giselle and Maya and Jacqueline are getting into it about why would Maya put something on social media that wasn't true. That may be her coping mechanism where she, you know, put her stuff out there and she gets good warm vibes coming back to her, telling her, everything's gonna be okay. Of course, Miss Giselle didn't believe the shit, so I was like, okay. But pretty much before Jacqueline got there, Maya was handling it. She was handling it real well. She's supposed to be Jackie, Maya's best friend of some sorts. Because, when they get into it real bad, Wendy came over there and she just said, wait a minute, hold on, who are you? And then the girl like snapped her neck back like finna come for her. And she said, I'm not being funny. I'm just trying to understand, who are you? And then, people was like, oh, okay, that's fine. I'm Maya's friend. This, that, and the third. And then, she pretty much went on by her business. 'Cause she then we have see, Sheree. Okay, yeah, we talked about that. Let's see. Where are we? Giselle talks to Katie to see if Ray. Okay, Giselle is the one that takes Katie over there to see Mr. Ray to get his fill on, and she get her fill on before Karen comes and break that shit up. Okay. Yes, but then Karen is greeting everybody. She's telling everybody, she glad they came out. This is a new deal. We're going into spring. Um, and well, yeah, spring awakening. I don't know what. I'll let Karen drink before she took that microphone and got up there and started saying, good things about spring, and she wanted everybody to be cool with one another, this, that, and third. Did somebody give her a drink? I was like, I don't know why she went up there. We didn't need no speech. Everybody came. If you want to pray over the food, that's one thing, but we didn't need no damn speech. But, Karen gonna do what she need to do because she's the grand dame. Mm-hmm. Okay, then we got Ashley's in her car doing something, going somewhere, talking to her sons. Uh, Erin goes to visit her plastic surgeon who did her little breast, what do you call it, decrease in breast, or she had them lifted up, took some fat from under her arms and applied it in her breast or something to that degree. And she was telling the plastic surgeon, yeah, I can be y'all spokesperson. Because I tell people that you don't need to do no breast reduction or increase when you're in your 20s. And they were looking at her like, what? You better mess up our business, woman. I don't care if you are 12 years old. And if your breast is getting in the way, we can help you with that. I bet they were looking at our crazy. She's like, you ain't gonna stop that money. Oh, no, you not. But Karen had just misread the situation or misspoke. But they didn't want to talk to her no more after they said her breast was fine, looking good, healing well. They didn't want to talk to Karen no more. We got Candace is at home and her sister comes in like she got a key or something. Like, where you come from? Did the man let you in? The kids got a maid. But anyway, she found herself in the kitchen and lo and behold, the child is living there. But I ain't never heard of no parents sitting up there. Uh, I think Candace's parent helped them got the house that they're living in. And a I think her sister just graduated from college. And instead of them putting her in an apartment and letting her pay for herself, they gon' they're building her a house from ground floor up. Okay, don't know if it's in a subdivision or they don't buy the plot of land and whatnot, but yeah, they building her sister house and it's not finished yet, so she's staying with Candace. So okay, then why you can't stay with your mom and dad since they doing all of that? But I don't know. I don't know because you got Candace. She want to be a singer. She's trying to finish her degree. I don't know if she's working on a bachelor or a master's degree or him a doctor. Who knows? Okay, but she's going to school for something. Then she's trying to have this IVF treatment. Then she's trying to. She's just doing too much, and I think she's going to get exhausted and winded, and she's gonna crash. So Chris need to be there for her instead of her, saying, we need to hold off on this baby or something till I get, satisfied with what I'm making and this, that, and the third. 'Cause Candy's family be on his ass. They don't like him. Not really. They don't really like him. But since Candace love him, they gonna like him. They gonna put up with him. Then we got, let me see. Okay, we got some visits with Ashley. She met this lady from Jama Jam, being with the kids. The little community that goes around and they have these little meetings, like mama and me type situation. And she met my Miss Deborah at one of those baby Jama Jam things with parents, where the women come and have their kids play with one another and jam equipment or whatever. But yeah, she about invited Deborah over and just wanted to see how she was doing. And of course, Deborah was doing well. And Ashley started telling her about what's going on with her. And Deborah's, understanding and trying to give her the best advice that can be given. And she don't really believe that Ashley is truthful about leaving Michael. Uh, I went him to a restaurant. It's been a long time since I've been looking at this particular show, but I remember her having a restaurant, and she wanted to cater to like Australian life, where you be having all this different meat comes from over there. I don't know what happened, but evidently she don't have it anymore. Um, then Ashley was talking about performing on TikTok. I'm like, Ashley, how old are you, baby? How old are you? TikTok ain't for no old folks. We ain't got time to be jumping around doing shit for the gram or just for clicks and views. We ain't got time for that shit. But anyway, Robin was doing it. And then she kind of taped her, and she was like, she was everywhere, but nowhere at the same damn time. And she was like, she wanted to do a dance class, and she wants her friends from Karen all the way down to who would be the last on the totem pole? I guess that would be Robin. She want all of them to come. And of course, it's gonna be a fun event. And I thought it was was gonna be food. Yeah, I think they did have a little food or hors or something to that degree. And of course, Giselle came, Sharice came, Maya came, um, Candace. I think Candace come. I don't know if Candace showed up or not. Yeah, I think Candace did come. She came, and yeah, they did what they had to do. Everybody doing fine stuff for Ashley and Robin. I don't know what the hell they were doing. I'm like, oh y'all like this in bed? Oh y'all like this in bed? But anyway, I think what's her name? Ashley, she's a little freak, but she wasn't looking like she was doing too much in that dance class. And well, we know Robin. We understand why Robin is divorced and they don't need to get married again. They really, really don't. But I don't know what the hell, like I said, but because if Giselle can get it together and do it, you would have thought Robin could get down and break it down, but she couldn't. She broke it down and then she stayed down. Oh, but anyway, leaving from there. Oh, and Karen was gonna come, but she lied and said she had 102 temp. I don't know. It just seems too coincidental why she didn't want to come. And she got her boobs pricked up. She always acting like she's younger than what she is, and she damn was good. Let me tell you that now. But she just faked the phone. She said I'm sick. Got 102 fever, and that's pretty much it. I'm like, damn, 102 fever. You need to be in the hospital, baby. They need to be breaking that down for your organs start failing around now. But anyway, moving on from there. Do, 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 do. Yeah, we covered there. Okay, yeah, Robin. Okay, that's the point I was saying. I think I'm gonna put it in episode 1 for Robin and Giselle meet for breakfast or lunch or right. Who really cares? They met, and of course, Robin's telling Giselle, "Why are you telling my business out there? Don't be telling my business. Why not? Because I can't, and I can't, and I will." Go on over there to Dale Chanel's 40 Swerve, subscribe, and like the videos, and get your kiki and your laugh on. But yeah, that was pretty much what it was. Just this, I didn't mean no harm. I didn't mean anything by it. I was just using an example to basically help Ashley out. But Rob said, I need to hear you apologize. 'Cause that wasn't worth it. That she didn't even know my business. That I didn't know I don't need to know my business. So she's got a nice, nasty shade there, but Giselle said she was sorry. But you know, Giselle, she gonna do it again. You tell your business, she gonna tell it for you to the rest of the group. And that's just what it is. You don't want it told, don't say nothing. But anyway, we got let's see. Oh, Robin and Ashley talking about Candace's husband and Chris sliding into her DMs, and Zell said the same thing happened to her with Chris. Chris came in, wanted to talk to her in her dressing room, and her makeup guy was gone or whatnot, and she felt some kind of way. I said, Lord have mercy. Giselle, you think everybody wants you, don't you? Really think everybody wants you? No, Giselle, everybody don't want you. But then, excuse me, Giselle tells Robin, Chris wants her as a mistress or a side trick. I think that's what she was going for. I like, Chris don't want neither one of y'all, honey, because y'all mouth too big. Y'all been told to tea. And then you got to be looking for new digs to live in. Because Candace wasn't going to hit it. Okay? Then we got Reds getting ready for his tennis match when Miss Lady come in, and his wife Karen's trying to figure out what he's doing. And somehow they get on to the breast. And he was like, you know, I already had my concerns and reservations with you getting it done. But I understand the point that you were making. You know, it wasn't making you feel good, so you had to go do what you had to do. He said, I don't think we should be encouraging any young ladies that are in your 20s and 30s to be getting something altered unless it's medically necessary and needed. But Karen was like, if our daughter wants some breast reduction or increase, she can get them. He pretty much looked at her like she was crazy. I'm like, see, Ray, you getting old. People gonna make decisions for you whether you like it or not. So, you know, Karen's trying to put it off like, you know, she's still in her prime. And Ray, I can see about 70 something, something like that. And he don't want nobody looking at his pride. Like, well, you should have thought about that, Ray, when you marry somebody young. Not to say you gonna outlive her, she gonna outlive you, because we don't know. But Ray was giving me that tease, like he was jealous or something. He damn sure didn't want his baby girl to get involved with enhancing her figure. You know, of course, Karen just shut him up. You know, she pretty much just shut him down, say, whatever she want to do, we're gonna support her, and that's it. That's all, and I ain't talking about it no more. Okay, and then we got let me see. We got Maya and Gordon out and about trying to get them a little lunch when Jacqueline shows up, and Jacqueline don't go sit on the side that Maya's sitting on. She sit right next to her husband. I'm like, you better catch them teeth. You better tell that girl to get away from your husband. She just did what it is. You better go and do it now. But you be crying later on, you know. But she just sat there. She was listening to whatever. And Jacqueline was telling Gordon, was it Gordon? I think that's Gordon, her husband. You know what was going on and this that and the third. And he like, yeah, she need to be checked. She need to come off on you. Me and they were talking about Giselle. I'm like, girl, that woman that's sitting next to your husband, and they ain't sister and brother, they ain't even cousins. Don't you think that's odd, Maya? Honey, you may have told all your secrets to this woman that's gonna be finding your husband, and where you gonna be asked out. Okay, okay, but you like your friend, you like your friend, so we'll see what it does, what it make it do, what it do. Um, they were just talking about really the post that Giselle had responded back and how Giselle had talked to her kind of mean and stuff, and she wasn't having it. You know, she was gonna take up for her friend Maya. Then you got Ashley and Candace show up at a swingers type of thing, but it's not. It's a swingers, like I guess you swing in a golf club, and it's really a dance hall studio. And of course, she goes in and talks to Candace about her husband and whether she was reading his intentions correctly or not. And of course, Candace like, well, I'm glad you told me this, that, and third, because and then Ashley saying, I know you would have told me. And then they brought a clip back where Candace had came and said something what Michael was doing to the women and how he was making them feel, and she didn't check them. So she said, yeah, okay, so now you're checking me. I'm like, fair game. If he did the same thing that you said, um, Michael did to you, then I guess it would be a tied situation right now. But then we got Kansas telling Ashley about being, in the Grammys and trying to network with the people that's in the business and this, that, and third. It was bored as hell, but that's what she had to come up with. Let's see. Then we got Giselle, of course. She going over there trying to talk to not Ashley, Candace about her husband. I'm like, oh, see, this is not good. We already had Ashley trying to tell her about her husband. Now we got Giselle talking about him like Giselle. When the man had asked you, can he see you for a minute, meaning privately, you didn't have to have him come to your room. You didn't have to. You could have just said, okay, hold it for a minute. I'll be right back. And you could have sat out in the area, the lobby area, if you felt so uncomfortable. But she was telling Candace that, your husband made me feel very uncomfortable. He knew my makeup artist had left, but yeah, he wanted to talk to me, um, intimately or, where it's just them hearing the conversation. And so she said, well, what did he do? And she said, oh, he didn't do anything. I mean, she was like, Giselle, what are you talking about? But she just said she didn't want to be in a room in her bedroom with him. I'm like, girl, he can be in the toilet with you. And you can still be trying to figure out what he needs, what he wants, so you move on. That don't mean he was trying to hit on you, Giselle. I'm like, Giselle. You ain't changed one bit. You ain't changed one bit. Um, And sometimes I think she be trying to be, meaning Giselle. She's trying to be Ashley's mom because she talks to her more like a child than she do as an adult. So that's pretty much it, guys. Yeah, I just told y'all Robin and Ashley they can't dance. They can't move it. They can't make their groove thing shake. Okay. Um, and then Candace get her feel of what Giselle had to say after the dance class about what Michael intentions were and this, that, and the third. And um, what's her name? Candace get upset. She goes looking for the producer, and she didn't want the producers to come in the room to where she was having a conversation with I forgot what he said, what his name was, but he's a producer. And I think it was his name Eric. Could have been Eric. I'm not really sure. But she said, "What we're not gonna do is put my husband down and thinking he's being a cheater, and all this kind of stuff." I'm like, "Girl, really can't sit your ass down, okay? Sit your ass down. This is a reality show. We get a chance to believe what we want to believe, whether it's true or not, and then we make our observation and we tell you what we feel about it." And that's basically what they were doing on the show. So why she was getting so upset, so mad, I have no idea. Like, girl, if you as long as your man don't, I mean, why is your man in a sense meeting with women anyway? That's a dead ringer. He don't need to be doing that at all. But that's all we got for this 2 episodes of Real Housewives of Potomac. Hopefully y'all like it, love it, and want more. Okay, other than that, I will see you guys on the next video.